between the Oakland Raiders and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And off we go for first rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
At the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Rosen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Lonnie Johnson picks it. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. On the ground, it's Thomas. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Begin.
They run with Thomas. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now, there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The holding penalty, that puts them in an unenviable spot here as they try again on 3rd and goal. Now Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. A lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You get rock me. You get rock me.
Rosen will throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down.
Stop your running.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Yeah. Mike 5-4.
On 3rd down, Rosen got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
There goes a deep. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
They'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Ford. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Nice, sweetheart.
2nd and 6. Throwing there, and it's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Check, check, check. Slam, slam, slam.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now a carry for Jacobs. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now a throw left sideline here is complete. 23 yards the pickup there.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. To throw is Rosen, and that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They will run the draw with Jacobs. The football comes out. Jacobs lost it. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On first down, it's Thomas. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come.
They'll set up a throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now Cunningham going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. Going for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
And now it's Rosen looking, going up top. He's got a man, complete, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. John Ross, 69 yards, and the Raiders have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Get in the weight room. Under 10. Go. 10. 56 to Mike.
2nd and 15. He's going to float this one deep right side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Here we go. Henry, 59. I got it. 49. Check 49.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now it's Rosen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious? Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Mike, 58, right there. Rip left, rip left. 58.
Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Cleveland Farrell. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. He'll drop to throw. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. Now Cunningham. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Ito Smith, his first carry. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He hit his first, this one from 38. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Amani Hooker. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. This is Thomas. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
In your face. Shoot! Watch the shoot!
He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
On play action, they'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Maurice Hurst picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's go, baby. 58, right over there, Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Man.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, let's get there. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 58's the money. 58's the money. Y'all not ready.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to lead to a third down. Now Rosen looking to throw. And now here's another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Down 6. 6 out. 6 right there. 56. I'm coming.
They'll run on first down. It's Thomas, and very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. So left side, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
56. Mike. 56.
They'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Championships, baby. Check 99. Check 99.
They'll try the left side. Thomas And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So it's a 3rd field goal for him now. He's accounted for all 9 points. I look down to the sideline, though. You can just tell they weren't too happy for 3. They wanted 6.
No, they have to have 6. Look, he's keeping them afloat, but they really need to do exactly what you talked about. They need to get into the end zone and score some touchdowns. Otherwise, he's going to have to kick a lot more field goals than just the 3 he's already put through the posts.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Check 15, check 15.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it winds us down to the end of the 3rd quarter. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Cunningham, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. The Panthers on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Hey, pick it up, defense. 56 to Mike. 56.
Looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 12-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Off of, that's what they're looking for here.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
To throw is Rosen. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers.
Coaches always tell their players someone's got to make a big play, but what they mean is a game-altering play, a game-changing play, a turnover force, and we just got that. I mean, how about that play, Brandon?
Yeah, a pick 6, 4th quarter, that is a game changer.
Someone read their keys, and someone had the courage to go after the ball right then and there.
And it gives them the lead.
Rush in. Check.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
General West.
to the air. Rosen after the pick six. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week one, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Interception.
Wow. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
54, right there, 54 miles.